Alright guys, back with more here. So we're still on the replay system here, and we are now looking at the replay flag values. These replay flag values here on the bottom are on a per frame basis for your replay. So basically each frame of the replay could have these flag values turned on or off. So let's just start with the first flag here, the loop flag. So I'm going to first just start off making a new recording. This time, okay, so let's turn player 1 back to off. Okay. And I actually don't want to control myself for the time being. So I want to have player 1 controlled by player 2. I'm going to go to player 3 now. So this, the CPU here, I'm going to make them controlled, human controlled by myself. So you can see, now I'm controlling Marth. Okay. And because I want to make a replay for Marth. So I am on player 3. Let's turn his replay state to recording. And since I'm starting a recording, I press D-pad right to save a state, save a major state. Okay. Got my state recorded, or I got my state saved. Starting a recording. Alright, so I'm starting off in the wait animation. So the first frame of my replay, I am going to be jumping with Marth. Now, so Marth is in knee bend, frame 0, 1, 2, etc. So this is when save state minors can be really helpful. If you don't know, say you want to make a replay of something frame perfectly, linking actions frame perfectly, but you don't exactly know how long actions were, then you can use save states to kind of go back in time to ensure that your replay actually does happen on a frame perfect basis. So just for example, say I didn't know, so right now I'm going to save state minor, A and D-pad right. So say I'm on knee bend frame 2 from Marth, say I didn't know how long his knee bend animation was, but I wanted to do a forward air as soon as possible. So, I do one more frame and I'm in knee bend again, and then, maybe I'm like, maybe he's in knee bend next animation, or, next frame, I think he's still in knee bend animation. Oh, it turns out he's not. He's actually in his jump animation this frame, which means I could be doing a forward air right now. So it's like, I kind of messed up my replay already. Well, not exactly, because you can do A and D-pad left to go back to your minor save state of your knee bend in frame 2, and then now that there's only one more frame of knee bend, and then this one's now his last one, and so then, I'm still recording, so I'm like, now overwriting what I had previously done, which was like a mess up. So I'm still recording, and now I'm just going to use C-stick left to do a forward air. So now my forward air is frame perfect. So I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to do A and D-pad right. So I'm going to set a new minor save state right here, just in case I mess something up. So I want to do a double fair with Marth. I'm not sure exactly what frame he can. Okay, loaded minor there. I'm going to save minor again. Let's do frame 28. Nope. Save load minor again. Okay, let's go to frame 31. Okay, so now he's doing another forward air. Okay. Gonna hit L cancel. And just keep going. Gonna hit L again just in case. Why not? Okay. So now he's in landing air forward, so this is forward air landing animation. Now I'm going to save minor again, because I don't know how long his landing animation is, but I want him to jump and do another forward double affair as quickly as possible. So right out of his landing animation. So keep going. 2150, 2580. This is probably the last frame. Okay, so say I didn't know that. Okay, so after frame 25.8, he is into wait animation. So I could, go back and do a minor save state here, and get back to the 25.8, and I know that I need to input a jump again this upcoming frame to make Marth jump, like so. Now he's in knee bend. Okay. But I'm going to make him do repeated double fares using the loop flag, and not just like recording multiple double fares over and over again. So let's go back. Let's load minor again into his landing forward air animation. And how the loop flag works is I'm going to keep going. So I'm in 25.8. I'm in the last frame of forward air landing. Advance one more frame, and I am in wait. So I'm going to open up the menu, the replay menu, and you can see I'm recording. I'm on frame 48 of my recording. I'm going to go down to the loop flag, and so I'm in wait again, wait 0, and if you remember when I started my recording, the very first frame of recording I was jumping. I even put a jump input. So since I'm in wait right now, I really wish that I would have jumped this frame. So I'm going to turn the loop flag on right here, which means when my replay gets to this frame, it's going to, instead of doing nothing like I did, which put me in the wait, instead of doing nothing, it's going to go back to frame 0 of my replay automatically and use those button inputs from frame 0, which would have been a jump input, which would have, instead of wait here, would have put me in knee bend. Okay, so turn the loop flag on for this frame 48, and we're good. Now you're going to have Marth double faring forever. So instead of recording for Marth, let's turn him into playback. It doesn't matter if he's controlled by me or not anymore, because he's going to be under control of the replay anyway. So I'm going to go back to player 1 myself, and you can see my replay state is off. I'm not recording, I'm not playing back or anything. So I'm going to make player 1 control by myself again, and I'm just going to load state. So loading back, load major save state, load back to frame 0. And I turn player 3 to playback. So there we go. Doing double fares forever. Now, so real quick, I guess I can show the sound effects flag as well. So remember, these flags are on a per frame basis. So I'm on frame 2 of the replay right now. Let's turn a sound effects flag on. So when it gets to frame 2 of my replay, it's going to play a sound effect. And then let's play the replay a little bit. Frame 32 per se. Let's turn the sound effect on for that frame as well. And I don't know if you guys can hear it or not. So it's playing the menu forward sound on those 2 frames that I turned the flag on it for. So, you know, that can be a great tool for you know, learning the button inputs for technique. I know a lot of people, you know, having audio cues just really helps cement the timing in their mind. So one last thing I want to talk about with the looping is that if I get hit, notice how it doesn't mess up Mart's inputs, even though there's hit lag frames added now. So it should be messing, you know, it kind of like should be messing him up, but it's not. And that is due to a debug menu flag that I have turned on. I'll show you real quick. But one other thing to note, you know, so say he gets desynced from his replay by like hitting him, you know, or something. Just simply load state back to major, and you know, he's back to doing his replay. Okay, so let's go to the debug menu real quick. Holding Z while entering the character select screen is a shortcut straight to the debug menu now. Training codes, in-game toggles, save states and replays. Right here. Loop replay holds during hit lag is on. That's why the hit lag frames were not desyncing the replay, because just whatever the last input was before hit lag, you know, he's just holding that input instead of continuing on with the replay in the middle of hit lag. So, you know, that's just an option. You can turn it on or off. You can record them in hit lag doing stuff if you wanted to, you know, in which case you can turn that off, you know, whatever. I think that's enough for this part. We'll continue on with the replay flags here in later parts.